Okay, so lots of people are angry with David Cameron right now. Obviously, people have been saying this for years about various different things that he's been doing, but now that he's left office, he's still in the news, he's still upsetting people, and that's because of his new honours list. If you don't know what this is David Cameron's, basically his statement to the country about who he thinks has improved our lives artistically, as a society, who has made us happier, made us inspired. Well, let's see who's on this list then. His wife's stylist. Oh, great, really appreciate that. People who funded the Tory party. They've done a lot of good, haven't they? George Osborne, tripled the national debt. Really great character, love him. Nice bloke. Someone who took him in private jets. Flew him around in a private jet, and we all enjoyed that quite a lot, didn't we? And I'm sure the Queen is going to go, yeah. What a wonderful list. Let's knight these people, give them knighthoods. No, it's just crazy. I can't. What does he think he's doing? Will he get away with it? Am I stupid? Has this happened in the past? Oh yeah, it has happened in the past. Cyril Smith, a paedophile. He has been given a knighthood. Who's that other one? Jimmy Savile. Oh yeah, the one with the blonde hair and the glasses. The paedophile who reportedly had sex with dead bodies. He got given a knighthood, even though pretty much everyone in the establishment, in the media, knew that he was a paedophile. He's been knighted, and we're supposed to sit down and clap for this award, for David Cameron, for everyone on the list. They're going to be honoured. That's the main word. They're going to be honoured for these things. Absolutely ridiculous. Really stupid. And everyone seems to be pretty angry about it. Or maybe they just want something to complain about. I think that's it. People want to take a stab at David Cameron because he's taken a stab at them. He's been taking a stab at people for years. And they want to get back at him because of all of the horrible things that happened. George Osborne, making university fees terribly high, cutting people's subsidies so they can basically not even afford it in some cases, so that people will be worrying about their university debt until they're something like 40 years old. That's his legacy. But, you know, we've got to move forward. David Cameron's an idiot. Well, he's not an idiot, he's clever enough to know that he can swindle us all, and that he has swindled us all. But the fact of the matter is, he's now gone. There's birds outside, they're chirping. Do you know what they're saying? I hope they're saying, strengthen Corbyn's campaign. Forget about this man that's left, that's taken a stab in the back at all of us by suggesting that his mates should take up positions of honour. Forget about that, because Corbyn is now in trouble because the country doesn't trust the Labour Party to run our economy. Despite the fact that the Tories have tripled the national debt, we are worrying about the left because the newspapers have convinced people that Labour is less capable of handling the economy than a party that tripled the national debt. So forget about this man who stabbed us all in the back. Think about strengthening Corbyn's campaign, because he's only one man and he's been doing brilliantly, going around the country talking to thousands of people, literally thousands at each event. I believe there was 3,000 people there to see him in Hull. In Leeds, there was, I believe, 2,000 people in an auditorium, listening to him speak, and 1,000 outside who couldn't even get sat down inside. But still, we're worrying about the left and whether they can make it into Parliament, into the top job in this country. Why? Because people are talking about David Cameron stabbing people in the back instead of suggesting to people why we can trust Labour. But then again, I don't know if we necessarily can trust Labour. There's been a few dodgy things going on recently. Well, not recently, pretty much since, well, forever. As long as I've known Labour, there's been problems, and we've been talking about the wrong stuff. Ken Livingstone, we talked about him for a week being an anti-Semite, even though to any rational person, this man obviously doesn't hate Jews. We were talking about that for a week. David Cameron's brought out this honours list, and people are getting angry instead of trying to support Corbyn, supporting his campaign, making sure people know that he is the best man for the job of running this country. Am I enthusiastic? I don't know. I've already made one video about how I think Theresa May comes across to the public better than Jeremy does, and that they've fallen for her strong will, her voice, the way she speaks, in a way that they haven't for Jeremy. But people are talking about this honours list. Get real. We need to strengthen Corbyn. That's what we need to do. I say on the social media, maybe that's not enough. Maybe we need to protest. Maybe me making a video isn't enough. People need to see us on the streets explaining why austerity doesn't work. We've tripled the national debt whilst cutting services all around the country, and in proportion to the services cut is poverty on a scale not seen in a long time. The places where the most cuts have been made are where the most poverty is. This is playing with people's lives. And people are talking about David Cameron's honours list. As far as I knew, a lot of people in the progressive left weren't even interested in the monarchy. So why are we now suddenly interested in this honours list? I do not know. Strengthen Corbyn. Get on the Twitters. But Jeremy Corbyn doesn't need strengthening. He needs an army behind him. So get on the Twitters and strengthen the Labour campaign. That's what we need to be doing right now. Maybe knocking on people's doors, but I don't know if we can convince people. It's been basically all my teenage life, I'm 19 now, I've heard Tories talking about how you can't trust Labour with the economy. Can we ever change that? I don't know. Have you ever tried to have a political debate with anyone you know in real life? It never ends with people agreeing with each other, does it? It just ends with people taking their starting positions and walking away with their starting positions. But if we can do anything to show people how badly the Tory government, who are supposedly good at making us back on track, how badly they have messed things up. Forget about David Cameron's honours list, it means nothing. It really does. It means next to nothing. Sir Terry Pratchett, Sir Terry Wogan, legends in their own right, honoured for what they did for this country, how they warmed people's hearts. But if Terry Pratchett hadn't been given his knighthood, if Terry Wogan hadn't been given his knighthood, that wouldn't have changed their position in society all that much. Their books still got to people's hearts. Their words still made people feel good. Even their voices, familiar to us, national treasures. Why do we need an honours list? Why do we need to worry about it? Worry about Labour. Worry about how the left hasn't been strong for decades. So, that's something to think about. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice day.